What's going on, guys? Briar Rabbit here. So today's Saturday, and what is becoming a sort of tradition on this channel is that on Saturdays I tend to pick off all of the topics from the week that I didn't necessarily get to for a full video, or they weren't big enough topics for a full video. And this is kind of becoming a thing so much that I'm thinking about just like officially making it a Saturday thing. I don't know if I'll name it something specific, maybe, you know, Saturday Ramble, or if I'll just name the video whatever the topics were that I discussed. But let me know down in the comments if you like this sort of thing. Let me know down in the comments if you'd like to see a specific name for a series like this. So let's get to the topics that I want to discuss for today. First of all, solo Nightfalls. A lot of people have been asking me, where are the solo Nightfall videos? You know, what happened to solo Nightfalls? Are you going to do solo Nightfall videos anymore? And the answer is not exactly easy. It's basically, I'm not sure. The solo Nightfall videos in year one started off as basically an instructional video, right? As I'd show people exactly what loadout I used, what character I used, you know, what weapons worked best, and the strategies I used to get through solo Nightfalls reliably, right? My goal was to finish a Nightfall in a way that it was a reliable complete for a solo player. Eventually, that became sort of a useless way to do it, right? The player base got so strong, they knew how to do these Nightfalls by themselves. They didn't need somebody to tell them that. And I kind of morphed that video into more of a, well, kind of a topical video where I'd play the Nightfall and I'd live commentate it, but I'd be talking about all sorts of topics, not necessarily the Nightfall itself, which I really enjoyed doing because it gave me a chance to kind of talk about stuff that was on my mind that not necessarily deserved a full video, kind of like what I'm doing today. Now, in year two, I feel like there would be a place for an instructional video on how to get through the Nightfall, but I don't know if it's actually a good idea, right? The Nightfalls, just like the raids, seem to be designed to discourage solo play. Think of the Shield Brothers strike. Going into that final room, or even the Shrieker room before it, not necessarily a easy thing to do as a solo player, and it's not supposed to be easy. It's a Nightfall. It's supposed to be a high-end activity. But going into that final room with the Shield Brothers, I don't know if there's a reliable way that you could complete that fight. You definitely could complete it solo. There's nothing that's stopping you from completing it solo. But there's so much chaos in that final fight, especially in the final phase where both Shield Brothers are out. You've got ads spawning all over the place. I don't know that there's a reliable method for actually doing that. So instructing somebody on how to do it, you know, I might be able to show you that I did it, but I don't know that I'd be able to give you a legitimate strategy so that you could complete it yourself. So I don't think that would work. Also, going into the solo and completing a solo Nightfall at this point would be an absolute grind. A lot of these Nightfalls I think would take well over an hour to complete yourself. Think of the new PlayStation Strike where you actually have to, you know, pick up the orb and deposit it, and then the final boss fight is you clearing ads, then moving that orb, and then you gotta clear some more ads, and you finally get to do damage on the boss. Stuff like that would be very, very difficult to solo. You could definitely do it, but I think the problem with it would be that it would take forever. It would take forever, and if you died at all, it'd be very, very frustrating because you'd have to start from, you know, the beginning of the fight. So I just don't know that solo Nightfalls are a legitimate thing to do anymore. I think it really is going to require fire teams to get through these things in a timely manner. So that's kind of a thing with Nightfalls now, is it doesn't really lend itself to solo play. Also, that same kind of format that I used to use the Nightfall for, I use live streaming for now. Now, I don't get to necessarily talk about anything I want to talk about when I'm streaming. A lot of that time is taken up by answering viewer questions, you know, conversating with viewers while we're doing raids, that kind of thing. But still, I feel like it still gives me an opportunity to kind of live commentate what I'm doing, right? So that whole solo Nightfall video series, I just don't know if I'm ever going to come back to. At least not in the format it was in. I also want to talk about shotguns. Shotguns are getting nerfed. We heard about this in the weekly update. They're only getting nerfed a little bit though. They're taking shot package off. They're replacing the shot package perk on any shotgun that has it with some other perks, and that's cool. It's not enough to make shotguns right in the Crucible, right? Right now the problem is shotguns are too strong in the Crucible, and I think that they were too strong before the Taken King. The Taken King nerfed a lot of other primary weapons, so now actually shotguns feel stronger than they ever have before. And I think Bungie knows this, I think Bungie sees this, and they're gonna take steps to fix this, and I think the first step is the shot package removal. After they see what's happening with shot package gone, I think then they can take a look at shotguns as a whole and see what needs to happen with shotguns. I was actually really pissed when I saw Conspiracy Theory D get given to every player with rangefinder on it. It's a quest reward, and I thought that's awful. You know, we've already got a problem with shotguns. Why would Bungie give a new awesome shotgun like that to every player? I thought that was ridiculous, but I think this does show that Bungie is looking at this problem, and that's a very good thing. Now, speaking of PvP, we've got a big PvP week coming up. We got Trials of Osiris coming back, we got Iron Banner coming back, and I gotta say, I'm pretty psyched. I had gotten pretty damn sick of PvP at the end of the House of Wolves era there. The Trials of Osiris was super exciting to me when it first came out, but eventually I had gotten all of the loot that I could out of the Trials of Osiris. There was nothing left for me to get out of going to the Lighthouse. So the drive to keep competing in the Trials of Osiris got lower and lower, especially as I got sicker and sicker of the Thorn meta. That Thorn shotgun meta had me absolutely just straight up pissed off. Like, I was just done with playing in that meta. You know, one of the strengths of Destiny should be, in my opinion, the wide range of available weapons, and the fact that to win and to compete at a high level, you had to use a certain set of weapons really pissed me off. I got really sick of it, and Thorn just slowed down the game so much that I just didn't have any will to compete anymore. Now, we still got the shotgun meta, but at least there's a lot of different primaries we can use, and that has me really excited. So I'm looking forward to next week with the Iron Banner, with Trials of Osiris. I think it's gonna be a great week. I've been really focused on PvE, trying to level up my characters for raiding and getting that raid gear, but now I'm ready for some PvP. I'm really looking forward to it. I hope you guys are too. I think that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Hit that like button if you liked the video. Hit subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.